Arena. 5 minutes on the clock. UAB versus Shady Shoals. Here we go. Iota getting the ball, knocking it into Spec, but Spec unable to keep the juggle going as the ball gets bounced into the corner. Fantal trying to get control of the ball, unable to do so as Ketchup intercepts it. Iota, though, with a beautiful, beautiful save there for Shoals. But there's Spec once again getting it past one defender, but there's Fantal making a nice defensive stop, keeping it into the corner, ramming into his own teammate. We are seeing some great rotations right now, though slight miscommunications in terms of the pathing, as there's a lot of collisions there by Shady Shoals on defense. What do you think of that? That's kind of surprising.
Great shot.
Oh, indeed. Beautiful, beautiful shot there by Iota, but with a nice save there by Arch. Ketchup then taking control of the ball, knocking it into the corner, double tapping into himself, and the pass and the score. UAB making an impact early on.
Ketchup there with that great play to bump that ball out to the center, and Arch right there for the shot with an open goal to look at. Ketchup, he's going to be a player to watch out for since he's so good at finding his teammates and getting the right touch, as UAB have all the pressure in the world they can ask for. And it pays off. 1-0 here with just a minute in.
Indeed, indeed. The ball was basically stuck in Shoal territory for most of that. I am terrible with words today. For most of that exchange. And you keep the ball in your own territory long enough, eventually something might squeak in. And as you saw, that's what happened. But as we continue on, Spec getting the ball off the ceiling, passing it to Ketchup. Ketchup knocking it into the corner, but there's Iota on the defense, floating it midfield. There's Fantal on the shot, and Arch reading that one from the get-go, making the save and the stop, getting control of the ball on the fast break, going for the shot, getting it past the defender, and scores! UAB 2-0.
University of Alberta, I didn't see Arch last time I casted this team. I saw Ketchup and Spec, but Arch, you're a madman. Oh my god, 2 goals already. I know the first one was a great pass from Ketchup, but that is an amazing solo play to just shoot that right around the defender. Arch is showing how good University of Alberta can be. And 2-0 here early on to this game. Let's see if they can go for more.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. As we continue on, Iota with the play and the fast break, cutting the lead in half.
That's what you want to see from the comeback from Iota. You see, teams, they either respond really well to goals or they just completely shut down after a goal goes in. And I see Iota as one of those players who really comes back and he starts to play with much more fire in him. And now 2-1 game here. Shady Souls get one back. Now it's a 1-goal game.
Indeed, indeed. And the ball gets bounced midfield once again. Ketchup getting control of the ball off the wall and the shot, but off target into the waiting arms of Sam Souls. Here comes Spec, though, flying in from midfield, making a nice defensive stop, going back, getting himself in position immediately, and continuing on. Now they have a bit of a fast break, going for the play and the spike, but Sam read that one the entire way, making the stop. Fantal getting control of the ball once again, juggling it, backflip. Here's the shot off target. Here's the cross to Iota. Iota getting it under one of them, but Arch covering for the opening. Saw that was there and planted himself into the path of the ball, stopping that beautiful, beautiful play from happening. Nicely
that gave me kind of a heart attack right there. As Spec kind of jumped a bit over the ball and then almost spiked it into a own goal pinch, but save was made by the goaltender. And we stay here, 2-1 game. UAB still has the lead, but they're in their own half right now. They got to clear this ball first, which they do successfully.
Absolutely, but that was a nice shot there by Spec from midfield, but Iota made the save. Arch getting control of the ball. Ball's getting bounced midfield, cross court, getting it over everyone's head. Iota getting control of the ball, but gets stopped in UAB territory. But as we continue on, Iota getting the control of the ball once again, but bonked out of the way by Ketchup. Arch getting control of the ball, getting it past one defender. Can he get past two? No, bounces it off the back of the wall. Iota, though, making another save off of a nice counter shot by Spec. And Sam ends up pitching it into the corner. Fantal backing up his teammate on that one. Good play there. And Fantal, though, that gets himself stopped by Specnon. Iota coming in from the back wall. Beautiful stop by Ketchup. Long shot off the side. Pass and goal. 3-1 UAB.
Ketchup sees his opportunity, sees no defender is left back in the net, so he puts the ball off the post so he can just get an easy rebound. See the defender trying to cut back in to make the save, but Ketchup's just there in time, makes this game 3-1, gives them more of a comfortable lead.
Indeed, indeed. He had the awareness to see that there was only one defender back. He knew that that defender was going to make that play, so he put himself in position to essentially self-pass it to get it around that defender. So that was a beautiful, beautiful shot there. And here is another shot by Sam, but Ketchup making the save on that as we continue on. Off the wall, here's the cross and the stop. Nice stop there by Shady Shoals. Fantao getting the ball, bouncing it off the corner of the wall. And another defensive play there by UAB. Nicely done there. Iota trying to get a juggle on it, unable to do so as Spec just follows the ball underneath. Nice play there. Beautiful shot, but stopped midfield by Sam. Basically, Sam ended up being the last person on defense, and he was all the way in midfield. That is a wide, that could have been a wide open shot. Beautiful, beautiful heads up play there by Sam.
Spec non almost in, but no, Sam Souls maybe look for the clear. Ketchup not able to get a pass on there, but and Owls go down into their own half. But what I've seen from UAB though is that this team is a defensive masterclass.
Indeed.
And,
nice,
I mean, one of the goals
play by Arch.
in, but still, UAB takes the dub in Game 1 with some great offense and defense. Both sides of the pitch, they did masterfully.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is what we come to expect from Division 1 play. There cannot be any lapse in defense, otherwise a goal will most likely be scored, as we saw with UAB versus Shady Shoals in this first match. Arch with 2 goals on 2 shots with 3 saves to their name. Ketchup also with a goal and an assist with 3 shots and a save. And on the Shady Shoals side, we have 1 goal by Iota, along with 3 saves and 3 shots, with Fantao getting an assist on with 1 shot, but unfortunately that did not come home. And Sam Souls able to make 1 save and 1 shot, but no goals to their name. UAB taking this one 3-1.
UAB, I mean, Arch just had some great plays, Ketchup with the assist, and then just the awareness to see his open goal waiting before him. But that pass at the beginning of the game where Arch scored the first goal, that was just great awareness. He saw both defenders sort of not in goal. They were kind of pushed a little too far past the post. So just to get that ball out to his teammate in the center, that's got to be a play where you need comms to see that. Like all I can just picture or hear in my head is just Arch calling out that he's in the midfield and that he needs to pass from Ketchup from the corner, which that gets them the free goal. But UAB played some really good Rocket League in Game 1.
They absolutely did, and it's not to say Shoals played bad. No, they played extremely well as well. It just UAB found the openings and capitalized on them with some essentially picture-perfect plays. And look at that one right there. We had the cross in the corner by Spec into the waiting arms of Ketchup, and Arch with the mental fortitude just to sit back, let Ketchup take that shot, stay back for the rebound, and ended up burying it at home himself. That was a beautiful play. And as we say that, Shady Shoals with the counter attack off the tip-off, tying the game with 4:35 left to go.
In the first goal, I was going to say, that is what you come to expect from a dedicated collegiate team. And then the kickoff goals are right afterwards. And now it's 1-1. That first goal where you do all that passing and all that crazy stuff, and you try so hard to get the first one on net, it just means nothing at this point.
And indeed, that was the perfect counter, or the perfect answer by Shady Shoals. That was as someone who plays in really low tiers, that was I see that all the time, where my teammates just decide to go off to the corner boosts, and goal's wide open, and unfortunately, there you go. That's what happens. That was a plat level play.
Happens in every level of Rocket League. I mean, I'm Champ 2, and that happens in Champ 2. It happens in Bronze, it happens in SSL. I mean, the kickoff goals are bound to happen in pretty much every session of Rocket League. But it's just so weird when it happens right after such a good team play against you. How do you come back from that? That's a awkward miss, and Arch will be able to take this one. Look at the pass over to catch up, but no, he's taking himself and Iota. Great challenge. All three orange players are kind of pushing it too far up. Van Tao, good shot on target, but saved by Ketchup. And now Samsung puts back into the corner. Spec non. Looking over to the side. Iota should have this ball. Good 50. Moves it back into the corner. Arch. Just some good cycling here by Shady Souls.
Indeed, indeed. As we see there. Oh, nice little cross there. But Spec getting a little bit too much, but ends up passing it to Ketchup, who's followed up with it really well, trying to do something with it, but there's Sam with the defensive stop, knocking it over the head of Arch, but there's Specnon back on defense, punching it into the ceiling, spiking it into the ground, into his nice move there. That was a heads-up play, and Spec taking out Sam, leaving an opening for the goal, passing it to Spec once again, but there's Iota making the steal, knocking it into the wall. Arch back on defense, though, able to get control of the ball, passing midfield, but there's Fantao. Here's the cross, and Fantao unable to capitalize, unable to center, but there's Iota with the shot, but not enough on that one as Specnon was able to get behind the ball and make the save. But here comes Fantao with keeping the offense going once again. Arch, though, putting himself in the path of the ball, making a nice stop. And Ketchup knocking into the corner to his teammate, but Fantao is there, getting the ball himself, passing it to Iota into the corner. The Specnon once again. Iota coming back, doubling back. Saw that happening. Off the wall, flying off the ceiling. Nice hit there, midfield. And ends up getting himself blown up for his trouble by Specnon. And the ball is bouncing lazily into UAB territory. UAB trying to get it out, trying to get a play to happen. Arch, nice little time change there. Specnon with the ball off the corner. That was their opportunity, and unfortunately nothing happened there. That pinpoint accuracy that we saw in Game 1 did not carry over in Game 2, unfortunately. All right, but as we continue on
defense, K7, I mean, UAB is such a good defensive team that the pressure was mounting in their defensive end, but they just seem to not get suffocated by the chokehold. They're breathing easily, and now in the offensive end, they can shoot once and immediately score. What is up with UAB today?
That was an insane shot right there. It looked like it was going to be essentially trying to set up a pass, but ended up turning into a perfectly placed shot. That was an absolute shot, and I think it caught everyone off guard. Oh, Fantao with the missed play midfield, just letting the ball go at the goal. Spec, though, following through, knocking it towards the goal, and Fantao taking it from Arch, blowing up Ketchup, getting past the smoke. Good play there. Here's the cross, and no shot there as Specnon gets the ball, knocking it midfield. Open goal. Can they do something with it? They do. UAB taking a 3-1 lead.
The tic-tac-toe passing plays Specnon to Ketchup back to Specnon, who pre-jumps the goal. We're seeing this all game, all series of how well they can pass to each other in and out of every situation. It's so fun to watch.
It is absolutely incredible, and if you look at the scoreboard, we have one goal from each member of UAB, so there is no singular ace on this team. Everything has been spread out pretty well. As we saw, Arch may have dominated the scoreboard in Game 1. Right now, we have everyone making their mark in this game. Beautiful offensive plays there by UAB. And as we continue on, though, Iota getting the ball midfield, juggling it over the head of one. Can he get two? No! Oh, it ends up getting pinched off the top right corner of the crossbar. Unlucky break there for Shady Shoals as the midfield counter almost turned into a goal by Ketchup. But Iota able to get back in time at the last second, stopping that one. But unfortunately, it looks like it's just too little too late. Iota unable to get up for that one. And we are at 1 second left. Ball needs to stay alive. UAB up 3-1. Ball is still floating there. Arch, they're trying to make a little impact there, but nothing's happening. UAB takes this one 3-1. As Sam Souls may have hit his head into his keyboard, thus knocking him out of match. I know, but yeah, it's certainly a card change, but that has got to be frustrating for Shady Shoals, especially after that nice comeback goal off the kickoff. UAB's defense just solidified into what could be considered diamond, and unfortunately they were unable to crack that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Shady Souls, being formerly Imperium, and they have a good deal of wins under their belt. I mean, it seems like it's a change of pace for them to fight a team that seems to be kind of at their level. And these games are closer than they may seem on the score sheet. UAB's difference, though, is that they're sharing the rock so well, and it's their team play and just their chemistry as a squad that allows them to do more than just shoot at the goal once with a rebound coming at it. It's just they're so creative with how they score these goals.
Indeed. It's just the passes are pinpoint perfection. Like it shows that they are a high tourney caliber team going into this one and going into pretty much anything that they're going into. As I just have such a way with words sometimes. But 5 minutes on the clock. We are in Game 3 as we go between Shady Shoals and UAB. UAB is up 2-0.
UAB
right,
just needs to keep up their passing. Like, they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and they'll have success on both ends of the pitch, because passing can go either way. Setting up plays to score is one way you can do it, or just finding a better way to clear the ball is the other way. So if they just keep finding each other with their passes and just keep going with car-to-car passes, they'll just, break through the defense much easier than what they would be. But that's a great pass from Arch. The catch-up, gonna throw it a bit too wide as you go in.
That was a nice stop by Sam, though, because that was placed in such a position that if they did go for the save, that could just as easily end up becoming an own goal. Like, if you do not hit that exactly right, exactly square, that thing's just gonna just ricochet off your car at a nasty angle and go right in. That was a fantastic hoist by your own petard shot. That was a fantastic shot. But as we see, continuing on, Iota trying to get the clear. Samsol's getting control of the ball. Arch, though, midfield stop. Nicely done there. Fantao, though, coming in, making a stop of his own, keeping the ball midfield. Specnon, though, knocking it back and forth, back and forth. We have ourselves a midfield battle right now. Iota trying to do something, unable to do so as Sam gets back on defense, putting himself in the ball. Here's the cross and unable to square up that shot right there. Just a split second off. Otherwise, that could have been a beautiful shot. But as we continue on, Iota keeping it into UAB territory. Fantao, though, trying to get something out of it, unable to do so as Arch makes a nice little clear. Arch, though, here's the cross, a little too much. But there's Specnon keeping the ball in their own control. Ball gets knocked into the ceiling, off the wall. Who is anyone there? No. Fantao, though, gets control of the ball. Up over 1, up over 2, not over 3. That could have been an opening for them, but unfortunately for them, can't get it past all 3 defenders. But we continue on. Samsols, though, nice little clear into UAB territory. Arch getting control of the ball once again, gets it past one offense player. Though stopped midfield, but there's Specnon following up, knocking it off the back wall. A little too much, but into the arms of Ketchup. There's the cross shot, and Iota, though, making the save. Get it past 1 defender? No, not 2. Nice try there, but there's Ketchup back on defense. Long shot, but Sam has the awareness to stay back and prevent them from having an opening in the goal. Specnon knocking it cross court once again, bouncing it back and forth into Ketchup. Ketchup back to Spec. I can't keep track of just how many back and forth passes we have. There's a lot of give and go.
It's so back and forth, like it's all midfield gameplay. It's not even that the 0-0 usually means a sign that the game's going a little bit slower pace and people are playing passive, but this is all a brawl. Like, it's just punch after punch, just trading blows at this point, and nothing is just going anyone's way.
Indeed.
It's so fun to watch, though.
Oh, no doubt. And as we just saw, Ketchup made a nice little last-second shot, but unfortunately clashed right on top of the crossbar. Fantao, though, making a nice little stop, punching it deep into UAB territory, but there's Arch back on defense in time to gain control of the ball with essentially a feather touch to just hold onto it. Nice little move there. Iota, though, able to clear it from midfield. get control of the ball. Here's the little shot. Arch, though, with the nice stop. Iota, though, looked like that shot was just a little off target, and Specnon ends up sending Fantao into the great unknown. We have a 3-2 power play for a second, unable to make anything out of that one. Iota, though, getting control of the ball, pushing it up court, but there is stopped once again by Arch. Sam crossing it, but Specnon is there. Look, it was a beautiful cross, but there was no team there to stop him. Or no teammate there to help.
Sometimes passes in Rocket League can be so difficult, but like, we finally saw them, like, quote-unquote miss a pass, which it's game 3, and this is their first miss pass?
Yeah,
that
game
is something commendable. That is commendable from any team in Rocket League to be able to just consistently hit passes like this. And that's another one. Catch-up shot scoring in the middle of the net. 1-0 here late in the game.
Oh, let's watch the replay of that one. Arch bouncing off the wall. That was a triple block, but then Arch stayed with it and pushed all 3 of the Shady Shoals players out of the way, leaving Ketchup an open shot. That was an absolute beautiful stop, or that was a beautiful play by UAB. And now the wall has crumbled. UAB with a second goal. That triple block by Arch just seemed to open the gates, and the Orcs are charging in now.
From that play, I mean, off the kickoff goals are kind of weird, but I saw Sam Souls, I mean, he kind of turned the wrong way, in a sense, so if he just, like, turned the right way, oh, what in the world was that?
I think it looked like UAB was trying to style a little bit, and like look at this. He tried, he missed. Iota was there waiting for the fall. No one was back in time, and at least we don't have a shutout. Shady Shoals getting on the board with a goal with 20 seconds left to go. 2-1 UAB. And now as we continue on, Fantao getting control of the ball. Ketchup bouncing it, trying for the late shot, unable to get it on target. Sansol's getting control of the ball once again, pushing it forward, trying to do something. Here's the cross, nothing going, as all 3 of them were back on defense. Oh wait, that was at their own goal. Okay, so that was a nice clear then. And he blows up one goalie, Ketchup blowing up the other goal, and Arch getting control of the ball. That is the game, 2-1 UAB. UAB taking this one in a 3-0 sweep. Everyone who voted for Sandy Shoals just lost some money.
Yeah, I mean, UAB, through watching that series, it really shows how damn good UAB is. I mean, all Div 1 teams are really damn good, but I mean, UAB is showing that they're top tier in this league just because of their passing and just how well they can connect, and just overall their cohesiveness as a unit. They play like they're just one big unit, and that everything is just, oh, I won